What is going on YouTube? Hidden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Obviously, we're going to be going in depth looking at the recent trends that have been forming on most of these cryptos. As you guys can see here, we're pretty much retesting a pretty freaking low support level, and I might have to tweak the charts. And don't, attack and berate me in the comments down below, because I know that every time I move a support level down or resistance level up, you guys freak out. But hopefully you'll understand why I do this in a minute later on in today's video. But we are going to be tweaking the XRP charts, Ethereum, as well as Bitcoin. I want to show you guys some interesting patterns that are starting to develop, which we need to basically move ourselves farther along in cryptocurrency. So in regards to when's the next buying opportunity and things like that. More importantly, I do have a lot of things that I do want to talk to you guys about. Very excited. We have updates with our miners, with pretty much all the miners, as well as a new miner that I got, which is really cool. I want to share that briefly with you, and then maybe farther down the road we will go into an in-depth video in regards to the specific miner that I bought. I also have news on the apartment that I got. Very different. It's going to be a pretty crazy ride the next couple of months, so do bear with, but I just wanted to update you guys on all of that stuff that's coming along there. So yeah, we got a new miner, updates on the prior miners that we have, as well as the new apartment update. So very cool stuff to come here. Otherwise, guys, today's video is brought to us by Lovelace. Hopefully you guys remember Lovelace. We talked about them last week. Basically, you can realize the potential of the metaverse. If you guys don't know what the metaverse is by now, you're definitely missing out, because it's basically going to be this whole new virtual reality world that you can live in and not exercise at all. You'll just sit down and do absolutely everything from the couch and just completely indulge yourself in this life. Don't actually go to Disney. Just put your glasses on and you'll be able to walk through and ride the rides at Disney. That's what I'm saying. But basically, they develop or participate in NFT experiences, play to earn games, digital economies, and worlds across Cardano and other chains using the metaverse as a service toolkit. Basically, they're creating this stuff for creators who want to use this, present and sell NFTs, mint and add utilities to NFTs, so on and so forth. And then if you're a fan of it, you can actually have opportunities to discover, trade, play, and earn, stake, borrow, all these other things for people that are more on the consumer side, as well as more for the buyer and seller side. So very cool stuff to come. Otherwise, guys, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, as well as subscribe, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, first things first, I want to update you guys on my apartment. I thought this was really cool. So I am going to be moving again from New York, where I currently live, and moving to Florida, which is really cool. I'll talk about the specifics and the apartment look and stuff like that later on, maybe as time gets closer. But I do have the next couple of months here, and then eventually I'll be moving to Florida, which is going to be really cool, exciting. There's a first for everything, and I feel like that's going to be just a new overall experience. It's also going to benefit and help on the YouTube videos, because that means I get to redesign an apartment that actually has space instead of the place that I'm living in now, because I'm trying to use the background and everything to actually better the videos that we have, because I don't have enough space to actually make them. So now I'll have my own dedicated room, my own separate office to actually be able to make better videos. So this is a milestone and a stepping stone that you guys get to experience with me. And maybe instead of this dark, deep, mysterious background of cryptocurrency, we'll have a little more light and inviting background that can help everyone. So that's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to designing this workspace with you guys. I think it's going to be just really big for the channel. Otherwise, guys, as you know, we have multiple miners here on the channel that we use as a separate source of passive income, as well as 1099 write-offs, section 179 write-offs, sorry, not 1099s. And it's a way to actually earn passive income instead of giving it to the government, which is great. So we have our MXC miner, the M2 Pro miner, which is doing really well. Honestly, nothing has changed besides the fact that very soon, I believe next week on the 30th, they are going to be actually releasing a way to mine cryptocurrency, or sorry, mine Bitcoin specifically. This is like the first LoRaWAN miner that actually, or IoT device that actually allows you to mine cryptocurrency, or mine Bitcoin specifically. So that's really cool. That's the first one. Helium miners, I have both the rack wireless, the minted rack, and I also have the Bobcat. Obviously, the Bobcat's been performing a lot better. We're trying to figure out why that is. The first what is it? The rack miner has a 2.3 dBi antenna. For those that are interested, it doesn't really do that well. The 4 dBi antenna on the Bobcat miner does really well, but I just purchased a 5.8 dBi antenna to put on the Bobcat to see if I get more profits. But the markets within helium has been iffy, not really doing too well. So I'm not a huge fan of what's going on right now. There's many days where you're not getting any profits at all, which is unfortunate. Lastly, I just purchased a miner from Planet Watch. I don't know if you guys are into this, but this is a huge possibility of maybe getting in on a project super early. It's only been out for the past couple of months here, and really they barely have been releasing their products, but you actually can earn cryptocurrency by helping build global air quality, monitoring networks, stuff like that, pollution, so on and so forth. So this is really cool, collecting data, selling it, and paying you within crypto rewards. So we'll have a dedicated video on this later on. Very excited to get that in. But otherwise, to get into the stuff that you guys want to talk about, obviously, as you guys can see right here, what it is that we're referring to right now is obviously the XRP charts. What I was talking about earlier was the fact that we are starting to see this slight dip. Prices are starting to correct lower. We've done this in the past here, but we've wicked down there. And I've been hinting, or basically saying maybe we need to just slightly pull the support levels down. And the reason being is because we haven't seen the big volume dump or the big volume spike that we've been looking for, or we've been paying attention to, which is why I believe we might have to just tweak this down ever so slightly. Don't get angry at me, but it's probably something along the lines of this. It's very possible. So I'm just going to leave this like this for right now, just going to use this as a means of uptrend until we can better understand what exactly is going on here. But this is what I'm using because we are still bouncing off of this. We have had some retests on numerous occasions as a bottom support here. Some people might actually agree that this is the bottom support because of the way the wicks are actually retesting this support line right here. So I'm leaving this alone how it is until I get some more clarification or some more supports or resistances being retested. I mean, I can move this one up slightly too. It's very possible. Something along the lines of this is definitely an option here. But basically, we're still at support. We haven't seen a major spike just yet. So I had to make this slight change because honestly, what I believe is going to happen here is if we break through this bottom support, we will see a big dump, probably down to 89 cents on XRP and an even lower pullback potentially to 83 cents, which would make sense and would finally continue our plan, which would be a bigger Elliott wave forming here on the daily charts. You can see why I would assume that. You can see here we have this beautiful symmetrical triangle forming here. We had point A to B, and now we're looking for B to C. Prices are still creating higher lows, so this is not necessarily a good thing just yet. Or this is not necessarily a big possibility just yet until we actually confirm breaking below here, because as of right now, we're still creating higher lows, which is a very good sign for XRP, unlike these other cryptos. These are very good signs that could honestly allow us to pump higher, ultimately back up to our top resistance here, which could be like this. Continuing this pattern here, hopefully breaking through the downtrend, hopefully breaking through our price ceiling, and allowing us to pump higher. That's what we're looking for. So we're looking for some sort of support to be used to pump us higher. But unfortunately, we have tons of resistance levels now, which, as you guys know, I don't like to trade inside of this. And I'm not going to trade inside of this because you can see the amount of uncertainty that's been inside here. We bounced right off bottom support here, headed right back up, got rejected off $1.09, fell right back down. It would have been a very, very, very quick trade, and it's not worth it to me. So as a conservative trader, I'll wait for the price floor to either be breached or the price ceiling to be breached, which is at $1.13. We break through this, it's easy up to $1.25, $1.29, all the way up to $1.40. Much quicker than something like XRP, just seeing a small move to $1.09, so on and so forth, trading inside of this. I'm not a huge fan of that. So keep your eyes peeled on this support and keep your eyes peeled on this top resistance here. That's what you guys have to understand. Otherwise, moving on to Ethereum and stuff like that, still creating lower highs. This is not a good sign for crypto, for Ethereum specifically. These lower highs are not something that are beneficial for Ethereum's charts here. This shows that we've hit pretty much a top resistance. I have been able to slowly map out what could be a continued uptrend, a continued support for Ethereum as well as Bitcoin here. You can see here, this is much bigger though. But it's a very similar pattern. This started back in July 19th. Ethereum, this started back, actually, same exact day, July 19th, as well as this. Oh, that's because I'm on the 4 hour here. That's why this looks a little bit more elongated. Yeah, jumping to the daily now, you can see it's a very similar pattern, but this is pretty much this uptrend that we've been referring to. Not this one here, but this that we actually didn't draw in just yet. This could be used right here to basically pull ourselves to the upside here. Very similar with Ethereum. We don't have 3 confirmations, so I can't confirm that this is a strong support, but we do have 2. if prices, and honestly, it is a good chance we will see the dip, but when prices retest this, if we can hold above here, bounce off, and head up higher, then we can continue to use this as a means of support where each time we hit it, we'll know that we're going to bounce higher in a continued uptrend, which is good. So honestly, what I believe is going to happen is Ethereum is probably going to be breaking through this support. It doesn't seem to be reacting that well to it. Tons of uncertainty here the past like week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 days now of retesting the support level. There's a good chance it could be breached, and then we'll see a correction back down with the downtrend here as well to pull us back down to supports. Not only is this in line with our moving averages, it is an uptrend. So there's a chance we'll bounce off this and head up higher. So that's a good sign for Ethereum holders. That's what I anticipate to happen. What I'm waiting for is the bounce off this. This is what I'm looking for. This also carries on to Bitcoin here. Bitcoin as well has some sort of moving average here. We have only 2 confirmations so far. It's the same speech with Ethereum, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but we'll continue this pattern, and not that at the end, but we'll continue this pattern here and potentially see that break if we tend to retest it. We're currently battling moving averages right now, which is a good sign. This is good. Maybe we can hold ourselves and head up higher, or we're going to correct, dip, and then head up higher. Regardless, I'm not touching it right now, but what I noticed on the 4-hour is a potential double bottom forming here. You can see it's hard to gauge a prior. No, there is definitely some support here. That's pretty clear for something here. You can see this is pretty much a support where it's acted as supports. It's acted as resistances, supports, resistance, support again, support, resistance. So carrying this out farther, you can now kind of see that there is a support level developing here. So that's a good sign for this coin. Maybe finally we'll be able to bounce off this and start to head up higher. You can see that clear as day. There's obviously a falling wedge pattern forming here, what could play out to be a bigger double bottom, but you can see the double bottom that's kind of forming. This is the neckline clearly. You can see this is the first 1, 2 heads. We're looking for the breach of the neckline. If we break through here, it could stem the reversal to the upside here, which would be very good. So that's exciting that there is a double bottom forming here. Look, there's a little bit of hope that prices could reverse up. We just have to see if it plays out that way, because otherwise things aren't looking too great for these cryptocurrencies. There is a bottom though. That's the one thing to consider. It's when are we going to break up? I'm still bullish on all these cryptos, but it's how low are we going to fall before we get back to bullish? So it's either we bounce off this at 55.8 or we fall down to 51.2. It's really, we bounce off of 56,000 or we bounce off of like 51,000. But I think that's the lowest it's going to go to. Like we could either reverse out of this at $4,100 on Ethereum or reverse out of it at $3,800. That's pretty much it. Same thing with XRP. Either we're going to reverse out at 82 cents or 88 cents, or we're going to reverse out at $1. So regardless, still a bullish outlook. Let's just see how these play out. It's been days now of consolidation. Volume has pretty much died off for all these cryptos. It's mainly just deciding what exactly is to come. Lastly, S&P 500, big pump fake yesterday. Actually quite surprised. When the markets opened, I was very excited to see prices all the way back at top, retesting the Bollinger Bands here. And then I looked back when we closed, and we closed below here, which as expected. I was anticipating markets to stumble, but I didn't think we were going to have this pump fake. I thought we were just open to close downwards. Whatever, regardless, consolidation's necessary. We need to pull a little bit lower maybe, and then start to head back up. But otherwise, guys, I do want to talk more about Lovelace with you. I want to give a huge shout out to Lovelace for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything that you can't afford to lose. So guys, the global recognition and adoption of blockchain technology has absolutely transformed how we do business, interact, and even handle finances. And with the recent rise of NFTs, the innovation made possible with blockchain tech has now revolutionized how humanity creates. And non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, which most of you guys should know, are recent examples of how disruptive and impactful blockchain technology can be. And even though NFTs have just been around for a few short years, these unique bits of data on the blockchain now serve as a source of empowerment for creative minds around the world. So while NFTs have had an overall profound impact on the worlds of art, music, and gaming already, there is still a ways to go before the technology we use to mint, buy, or sell, or even launch is perfected. And the overall state of the NFT space is steadily improving each day, but there's no denying that there are several issues detracting from the NFT and blockchain spaces. Now, the potential in blockchain technology is limitless, and we as a species have already been able to accomplish many things with it. Trading and investing, decentralized finance, and even play-to-earn gaming have all had their blockchain makeovers, and now it's time for the art world and subsequent creative spaces to experience the same. And while they are certainly trending in the right direction, there is still a lot of progress to be made, opportunities to be seized, and innovations to be discovered. Fortunately, projects like Lovelace World are working hard to bridge the knowledge gap to make the NFT and blockchain spaces much more innovative, profitable, composable, user-friendly, easy to navigate, and accessible for all. Now remember, Facebook made a big announcement that they are entering the metaverse space, so projects hopping on this trend can do very well if executed properly. Now, as the first metaverse as a service platform, Lovelace gives NFT projects the tools they need to create and deliver the next generation of GameFi solutions. And the Lovelace Creator tools are designed to streamline all NFT projects that want to take their P2E ecosystems to Cardano's market with built-in massive adoption. Although their solution will grow to support Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Solana, and Aster, it'll be focused and built on the Cardano blockchain. And the Lovelace stack will be a place to create, find, finance, trade, and use the NFTs across blockchains, games, and the metaverses. Every tool needed to build a metaverse end-to-end will be made available. And the DeFi, NFT, and Web3 revolutions are converging, and Lovelace is right at the intersection where they meet. And they are also ready to give ambitious creators, collectors, and gamers a metaverse as a service experience that combines the NFT storefront, P2E gaming, and DeFi all together. And as a creator on Lovelace, you can expect to present and sell NFTs on their NFT marketplace. You can mint and add utility to NFTs, including DeFi attributes using smart contracts. You can also create your own blockchain minigames using their play-to-earn gaming engines. You can integrate your NFTs and games across the metaverse with their partner integrations, raise awareness and capital, and launch your blockchain game or NFT collections with their launchpad. What's even cooler is you can enable the porting of Ethereum NFTs to Cardano and other blockchains to increase value and community size with their unique Cardano connector. So guys, their token sale for the Lace token will give you discounts on NFTs and transaction fees, access to IDO and INO launchpads, play-to-earn game transactions, native staking, governance, and even more. So Lace will be available on PancakeSwap soon, and they will also be launching the token in the third week of November, so definitely make sure to follow them on their Twitter for updates. I also went ahead and linked them down in the description of today's video if you wanted to check them out. Otherwise, huge shout out to Lovelace for sponsoring today's episode. Definitely make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.